The fall before the rise, hook and setup. The galaxy was at war, the kind of war that shook the very stars themselves, where civilizations clashed like thunder and the fate of entire species hung in the balance. It was a war between the great and powerful, the alien races who had dominated the cosmos for eons. These aliens had never met a force that could challenge their strength. That is, until Earth's humans arrived. It all started with a peaceful mission. The humans had been invited by the Galactic Council, the largest and most influential group of species in the universe, to take part in an exchange of knowledge. But humanity, with their strange curiosity and unrelenting will to survive, had underestimated the dangers of the universe. The first contact was meant to be a celebration, a diplomatic breakthrough, but it quickly became a disaster. The humans, after all, came from a planet known as Earth, a death world where every living creature fought tooth and nail for survival. The aliens called them reckless. They looked at humanity's crude technology, their history filled with war and struggle, and thought, "This species will never stand up to the might of our combined forces." But they were wrong. The first blow was swift. A massive alien fleet appeared in Earth's orbit, their ships dark and imposing, bristling with weapons. The humans, shocked and unprepared, had no idea what to do. The aliens saw Earth's panic and took it as a sign of weakness. They laughed at the human defenses, assuming they would wipe out humanity within days. But humanity was different. Humans didn't panic. They reacted. When the first bomb dropped, destroying a major city, humans didn't cower. They built. They adapted. They were quick to learn from their mistakes. It wasn't long before the world's greatest minds were working together, developing new weapons, new tactics, and new strategies. Not out of fear, but out of necessity. The humans quickly realized that they could not face the alien threat head-on. Instead, they would fight on their own terms, using their creativity, determination, and the one thing the aliens had underestimated: their will to survive. But this war wasn't just about fighting. It was about survival. The aliens believed that they were the dominant species, and they couldn't understand why humans fought back with such fervor. They had never faced anything like this before, a species that, against all odds, refused to back down. As the alien fleet continued its assault, humanity's forces grew stronger. They began to push back, slowly at first, but then with greater speed. The humans were smart. They used the alien technology against them, reverse engineering their advanced weapons and turning them into tools of destruction. The aliens had never expected a species to adapt so quickly, and they soon began to realize that this primitive species from Earth was not as weak as they had thought. But even as they began to make progress, humans knew they were far from winning. The alien forces were vast, and their fleets were still overwhelming. Humanity was in danger of being wiped out, but they had something the aliens didn't: an unbreakable spirit. The aliens, overconfident in their superiority, underestimated humanity's most dangerous trait: their unpredictability. This is where the true test of their strength would begin. Humanity's fight for survival wasn't just about physical strength or firepower. It was about the belief that they could not be conquered. And they were about to show the galaxy why humans had earned their place in the stars. The unseen edge: humanity's resistance grows. As the dust settled from the initial attack, Earth's leaders knew they were facing an enemy unlike any they had encountered before. The alien forces were numerous, their technology far beyond anything humans had ever dreamed of. But the humans had learned something valuable from the first wave of destruction. They were not as helpless as the aliens had assumed. In every city, in every corner of the planet, something remarkable was happening. Ordinary men and women, scientists, engineers, and soldiers all began to rally together. They had lost family members, homes, and cities, but they had not lost hope. And that was the most dangerous thing the aliens had failed to consider. Across Earth, human resistance groups began to form. It started with small victories. A successful defense of a key city here, a strategic strike against a supply line there. These victories were nothing compared to the overwhelming power of the alien fleets, but to the humans, they were a sign that their fight wasn't in vain. It was a spark, a glimmer of hope in a dark time. The world's most brilliant minds were working together, sharing knowledge and pooling their resources. Military commanders met with civilian leaders, all united by a single purpose: survival. They had learned how to use the alien weapons, reverse engineering the tech, and incorporating it into their own defense systems. What the aliens failed to realize was that humans didn't need to invent everything from scratch. They had an incredible ability to adapt and improve upon what was already in front of them. The humans' understanding of the alien forces was growing. They studied the alien ships, learned their flight patterns, and discovered weaknesses in their armor. In the quiet of underground bunkers, scientists worked on new technologies, weapons that could counter the aliens' superior firepower. Humans may not have had the strength of the aliens, but they had something else: ingenuity. They could build the tools they needed to survive. It wasn't long before the first major counterattack took place. A small fleet of human ships, now equipped with stolen alien tech, took to the stars. The human pilots, though inexperienced, fought with a ferocity the aliens had never seen before. They moved with an unpredictability that the aliens couldn't match. The battle wasn't won in a single strike, but in the way the humans forced the alien fleet to retreat, leaving behind debris and a stunned enemy. It was the first real victory in the war. The aliens, once so sure of their dominance, began to take notice. Their overconfidence started to crumble. They had believed that humanity would be easy to crush. Now they were starting to realize that humans were not like the others. They didn't follow the same rules. They weren't predictable. However, the victory came at a cost. Many lives were lost, and the alien forces were still relentless. The humans knew that this was just the beginning. If they were to win this war, they would need more than just a few small victories. They would need to strike at the heart of the alien empire. And that meant taking the fight to the stars. But before they could do that, they had to face another challenge: the alien spies who had infiltrated their ranks. Humanity had won a small battle, but the war was far from over. As the human forces began to rally, there were whispers of betrayal. The alien spies had been planted deep within Earth's defenses, sowing doubt, spreading misinformation. The humans couldn't afford to let their guard down, not now. But even as the fear of betrayal spread, one thing was clear: humanity's resistance was no longer just a series of scattered pockets of defiance. It had grown into a force that the aliens could no longer ignore. In every corner of the galaxy, whispers of humanity's resistance began to spread. The Deathworlders had struck back, and they would not go quietly into the night. The turning tide. Humanity strikes back. The galaxy had been watching, though none of the other alien species dared to speak openly about it. The once unstoppable alien forces had begun to falter, and the whispers about humanity's unexpected resilience were spreading like wildfire. The Deathworlders, the weak species, had not only survived the initial assault, but had grown stronger with every passing day. On Earth, preparations for the final battle were underway. Humanity had achieved the unthinkable. They had gathered a fleet of ships capable of striking at the heart of the alien empire itself. It was a risk, a desperate move, but it was humanity's only chance to end the war once and for all. As the human fleet gathered at the edge of their solar system, Earth's military leaders made their final plans. This would be the moment that decided their future. Victory meant survival. Defeat meant extinction. The humans had trained their forces relentlessly, using their alien technology to create a fleet that was both powerful and unpredictable. They had learned how to fight like their enemy, but they had also learned how to outthink them, to act in ways the aliens could never anticipate. The alien forces had no idea what was coming. As the human fleet surged through the stars, it was like a sudden storm breaking across a calm sea. The aliens had expected a slow, predictable assault. Instead, they were met with chaos, every ship moving in ways that no one could predict. The human fleet hit hard, each ship brimming with the creativity and determination that had fueled their rise. The aliens tried to fight back, but they were outmatched. Their ships were technologically superior, but they were predictable. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their firepower, it was their unpredictability. Time and time again, the aliens found themselves reacting to the humans rather than controlling the battle. They had underestimated the human capacity for innovation, and now they were paying the price. In the heart of the battle, the human fleet faced the alien command ship, the heart of their empire. The aliens believed it was impenetrable, their last bastion of power. But the humans had one final trick up their sleeves. Using the alien technology they had stolen and adapted, they launched a surprise attack, exploiting the weaknesses they had studied for months. The command ship, once thought invulnerable, was taken down in a single devastating blow. The alien forces, already reeling from their losses, finally broke. The command ship's destruction was the final straw. The aliens had no leader, no strategy, and no hope. Humanity had done what no one thought possible. Against all odds, they had defeated an empire that spanned galaxies. As the dust of battle settled and the stars grew quiet, the humans stood victorious. They had not only survived, they had conquered. And the galaxy would never forget the day humanity showed its true strength. Earth became a symbol of hope and resilience across the stars. Species from all corners of the galaxy, who had once looked down on humanity, now sought their alliance. The Deathworlders had proven themselves, not through sheer strength, but through their ability to adapt, to overcome, and to never give up. The war was over, but humanity's story was just beginning. They had earned their place in the galaxy, and no one would ever question their power again. And as the survivors of that first battle looked up at the stars, they knew one thing for sure. Humanity had just shown the universe that they were not just survivors. They were conquerors.